Hi guys, it's Dmitry here, and today I would like to continue talking about the same functionality, which is arrays. And specifically, I think it's going to be one of the last videos about arrays, at least for now. Probably later on, after some time, I'll come back to this subtopic again, because I think it's quite difficult to cover everything, to think about all the cases related to arrays, because there are so many of them. But I think like after this video, I think we would cover like the um, major part of arrays functionality, I guess. Yeah, probably around 60-70%. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, first guys, first thing first, I would like to mention, like in the last tutorial I told you that like some of the functionality that was mentioned like previously, we're going to come back to this functionality in order to rehearse it. So I'm going to show you why exactly I decided to do that. Because remember guys, we have these two functions, shift and pop, right? For example, here we have this array, defined array, and all these three things in this array, right? Three values: car, train, and aircraft, which is just three strings. So, and then basically I'm working with this array. This shift function is working with this array, and as you remember, shift function, what it's doing is just going to delete the first element of the array, which is in this case car. But what I didn't tell you guys before, when it deletes this element, it's going to return the actual deleted element. And essentially you can just see the value of the deleted element, which is in some instances can be really helpful, when you're working as a software developer on a daily basis. Sometimes, yeah, I definitely came up with some cases where you just need to know, like, and based on like the deleted value, return deleted value, you would come up with a specific logic, right? Okay, I would like to show you that it definitely works. If you run it, so you can see guys, this is the initial array, and then deleted item, right? So essentially after deleting, when we use this shift function again, it's deleted the car from this initial array, right? And we only stuck with train and aircraft in this array. So the actual car was deleted, right? But this deleted value, which is car, was returned, right? And that's why when I logged it out, I logged out this this value, right? Sorry, I logged out this variable, which is deleted shift item. That's how I called it. And you can see here it's equal to car, which is exactly the value that was deleted, right? So pretty cool. And the same in case of pop function. So pop function, as you remember, is deleting the last element or first element from the end of the array, right? So essentially it's also when it's deleting this element or the value, it's going to return it. And as you can see here, it's returning aircraft, right? So again, what happened? In initial array, aircraft was the last element, or the last element in array. So and essentially this pop function deleted this last element from array, right? And it's just returning it, and it's showing that that's definitely was the element, the last element, and the value of this element is aircraft. So pretty cool guys. So that's exactly what I wanted to discuss about, and I didn't have enough time to mention that in the previous tutorial. Cool, and now let's move on, guys, to another really important functionality. This functionality, guys, it's going to be a bit complicated for you to explain, or in general it's a bit complex, especially at the beginning. It's quite difficult to understand it, but let's give it a shot, guys. And again, if you don't understand from the beginning, just try to rewatch video as many times as you need. Okay, let's move on. Okay, first we have this kind of function. It's called filter. I will show you guys how it works. By the way, let's comment all this stuff for now. Okay, again, we have this array, this initialized array. Sorry, this defined array. That's the right way to say. So now I would like to use this array, and I'm going to use filter function. Guys, the idea of this filter function, you can filter elements in the array based on specified condition, and I will show you how to do that. So now I'm going to say item, and when I say item, guys, essentially just imagine every time, so I'm iterating through this array, right? So this item, essentially, it's going to be every element of this array. First car, then train, then aircraft. So essentially I'm going to work with each of them. And now, for instance, imagine if it's car. But okay, guys, I think I'm going to change it to numbers. I think it's going to be more representative. Let's just stick with numbers. I think it's going to be nicer. So now I'm working with number 1, right? Just imagine. And what I would like to say now, if item, or number 1 in this case, equal to 2, then I would like to filter it, right? Otherwise I don't need it. So, and also I can assign the final result to a variable, and I will call this variable filtered array. So let's output this filtered array. And let's see what will happen. See, guys, we came up with number 2. Essentially what happened in this case, remember, once again, we start iterating through the array, right? Okay, we start from first element, which is in this case value 1. Value 1 is coming. Value 1 going to be compared against 2. Is number 1 equal to 2? No, it's not. Then get rid of that. We don't need it anymore. Then number 2, right? The second element. The second element is 2 equal to 2? Yeah, that's right, it's equal. Then please preserve it. Don't delete it. And then the last one, is 3 equal to 2? No, it's not. Please delete it. And the final array is going to consist of just number 2. And that's exactly what we got it here, right? Pretty cool stuff, guys. Guys, trust me, this kind of functionality is just, you have to understand it. Trust me, you're going to use it almost every day. And like this condition here is just a basic condition. But in real life, you come up with super complex conditions because you just need them, right? You have to filter sometimes, like you have to filter data based on different complex conditions, and essentially filter functionality would help you with that. Trust me on this one. Okay guys, one more function that I would like to talk about, and it's also quite complicated to explain, but I will try my best. Okay, let's just delete all this stuff for now, and I'm going to modify. I'm going to say map, the function called map. So, and inside of the map, like here, I'm going to define another condition. It's not going to be honest, a condition, but it's going to be like that, right? And I'm going to explain now what just happened. What just happened? Okay. What map is doing? Usually, map is changing array, right? Or changing values of each element, or some of them, right? Based on condition. But in this case, guys, as you can see, I'm also iterating through each element of array, and I multiply it by 2. So essentially, once again, in initial array we have 3 elements, which is they're equal to 1, 2, 3, the values, right? And then now imagine the first element, which is equal to 1, it's coming here and it's going to be multiplied by 2. The same for the next one. It's going to be multiplied by 2, and the last one the same. So, and as you can imagine, the result going to be each of these elements going to be multiplied by 2, which is essentially going to be 2, 4, and 6. Let's see if it's the case. I would like to console that out. But in this case, it's going to be mapped, right? It's not filtered anymore. So let's stick with conventional naming. So guys, you can see what the result is, right? Okay, probably you're confused. 2, 4, 6, which is exactly what I was talking about, right? Guys, remember these 2 functions. They are really important. Map function and filter function. These 2 functions, you're going to use them almost every day, trust me, when you're going to work as a software developers. Or otherwise, probably you're already using them. I think it's enough for this tutorial, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you like it, please press this like button. And then, guys, please subscribe if you're not subscribing yet, and if you follow my tutorials, because I think it's worth it, because like you can see, I'm really passionate about that, and I think all together we can spread the knowledge, right? So please subscribe, guys. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your attention, and goodbye.